taxi from Morpeth to Leicester, 200 odd miles on LPG. Sounds like there's a video in that. Hello and welcome to Leicester. Yes, I've just had a fare all the way from Morpeth to Leicester. 260 quid in the bag, and I've still got one light on the LPG after I filled up an LPG just before we left, and it was 299 miles to where they want to go in Leicester from Morpeth. I've still got one light left. Basically cruising on the motorways at 70 or 50 depending on the speed limits, and I've just come to this place to try and find some gas to top up to go back, but they're closed. Look, I'll show you. It's an industrial estate and it's closed, so yeah, so they're not even open, but you can see it there, a place called Auto Gas, whatever. So I'm going to have to load up app here. I'm using this because I didn't have any other cameras with us. It's a bit like you got the mobile app for the, you know, finding charge points. If you've got an electric car, well, when you've got an LPG car, you've got an app for that as well. And this was this place here, I think. Yeah, Fall Gas. So they're closed. Next cheapest one is over this way. How much are these up here? Oh, don't want to go there, that's a bit too expensive. Let's try this one here. What's this? Acton Metal and LPG Limited. I bet that doesn't sound like a, you know, your typical like motorway service station, does it? That's what we want at this time of night, because it's what, 2:19 in the morning, so we want somewhere that's going to be open. How about this place? This looks like an orangey place. 55.9 pence per litre. BP Charnwood. BP sounds like a proper petrol station that has a good chance of being open late, like 2 o'clock in the morning in the middle of Leicester. Well, it's kind of on the northern outskirts of Leicester, and the question is, how much of that is there going to be any of that light left? I don't know, because we've just done 200 miles. When I rented Phoenix's Logan, which is, you know, same as this, what I got out of that was 196, and I've already done 199. I think what the key of this trip has been, it's all been motorway cruising on the cruise control, and it's been quite efficient. So I'm keen to see if we get this BP place, see how much it's cost us to get the Leicester and LPG this time, because I went to there was a pickup from the Morrisons in Morpeth, and I said to her, can I go to that petrol station and fill up before we go? And she said yeah, then she gave us the money for the trip. Yeah, sounds good to me. We'll give this one a go, we'll navigate to that. All the way up and turn around and come back down again. But yes, I see LPG on sale there, Auto Gas, 55 pence. So, yeah, that looks good. Good. I'm still not flashed on the LPG light there, so my tank's nowhere near empty. So it's looking pretty much like we've managed to travel well over 200 miles. So remember, most of the time I'm driving this, it's stop-start round town stuff. This is the first time I've took a measure of going a really long distance in this particular Logan with the LPG conversion. I think this is the first time I've done a really long distance, cruised it, you know, at 70 or 50 depending on the speed limit, and it was 199 miles to the middle of Leicester. I've drove around Leicester a bit and I've come back out again, so I'm gathering I must have done 220-ish, 230, and it's the LPG meter is still not flashing. So we're just about to turn around now and go back down to the other side of the road so we can get to this BP garage. Trying not to say air so much when I'm talking here. But anyway, so it made me think when people said to me those Logans, the LPG conversions are 0.9T to turbo engines, petrol engines, you get the LPG conversion on it, and you can easily, like for less than 18 quid of LPG, like 18 whatever, 6, back then it was a bit cheaper, the LPG I suppose, but they were saying to us things like, yeah, you can do like almost 240 miles for less than 20 quid. And the thing I'm thinking of now, 17 pence a kilowatt hour, and if you were doing this trip on a 75D Model S, 200 miles, I don't know, I mean, you're going to have to drive pretty efficiently, you won't be able to do 70, 50 like I've been doing. So I wonder what the cost comparison is going to be. We'll have to work that out later, but we're coming up to the garage now. The question is, which one is the LPG pump? One of these is it over there? There's the LPG there. I see the LPG right there. Let's see how much this costs to fill there. £19.02. So £19.02 to do what? I don't know, let's say conservatively 220 miles. Liberally maybe it's 230, 240, I don't know. I just don't know how much I've done. Wish I'd started the trip computer before I came. I know it's 199 miles back, but just the extra running around must have been another 10, 20, maybe 30 miles. Anyway, now I've got to find out how to get back to Newcastle. We'll wrap this little one up there, I think. Just took a picture of the meter there, and it was 229 miles we did for £19. 229, so in between the conservative and liberal estimate that we did there. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to keep myself logged in all the way back. You never know, I might get another national job on the way back.
The rest of this video has been brought to you by the power of Brexit Energy Drink.
Brexit Energy.
Well, it's 6 o'clock in the morning now. Took me all night to do that job down to Leicester and back, and I'm knackered, and the sun's coming up again. I've had to put my shades back on, and I've had to move the sun visor to the right to stop myself being blinded by the bastard thing coming up. I'm still convinced that 50% of the M1 motorway, A1 and M1 motorways are still roadworks, especially the bit after Wetherby to Darlington. It must be at least 50 miles of 50-mile-an-hour zones with coned off lanes not being used, no work being done on them. If you just look at the time lapse I'm going to put in this video somewhere, you'll just see it's just mile after mile after mile of cones with nothing being done. Brand new roads, freshly laid, 3 lanes, they've cut 2 of them, 1 of them off, and it's just mile after mile of freaking cones with nothing being done. The road repair system in this country is a freaking joke. It's so bad you could almost blame the EU for it, but I shan't go there. What is the point of building fresh new roads to just go and put hundreds of coats on it and seal it off and put 50-mile-an-hour zones with average speed cameras on them on freshly built new roads? What is the point of even building them in the first place if you're going to do that? Anyway, rant over. I'm bushed, I'm sick of. Thank God I've got the cruise control to do that 50-mile-an-hour. Like, out of the 200 miles I've done tonight, at least 110 of them have been in constant 50-mile-an-hour zones on the motorways. Well, just got back to Morpeth and it's 12.50 it cost me in fuel to get back from Leicester. So all I'd like to say is click subscribe and like the video, go to the banner on my YouTube page and click on the Amazon icon and buy the books. Yep, buy them books. If you buy those books, you'll support yours and my favourite charity. Yes, that's the one, the Clifford Rutley Society, to buy me a Tesla. Okay, well, I think that's enough for now. Thanks again for watching. Cuckoo, 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 50-mile-an-hour, cuckoo, 50-mile-an-hour, cuckoo, 50... Oh, wait, cliff. Oh, the sun, I'm being blinded now.